The Texas Rangers have been clear about their off-season mindset as spring training draws closer. After finishing at an even record and missing the playoffs, this is not a team looking to reinvent its offense. The message from the front office has been consistent and direct: the lineup is good enough, but the pitching, especially late in games, must be fixed. That spotlight lands squarely on the bullpen. While the Rangers' relief unit looked respectable on the surface last season, the real impact told a different story. Late leads vanished too often, momentum swung too quickly, and games that felt controlled slipped away in the final innings. Nearly 30 blown saves and a mountain of bullpen losses quietly turned a potential playoff run into a frustrating finish. The front office has already taken a few steps to address the issue, but the work is far from done. Alexis Díaz was brought in on a short-term deal as a bounce-back candidate, and veteran Chris Martin returned to provide calm, experienced innings when the pressure rises. Díaz is expected to get the first crack at closing games, while Martin fits more naturally as a setup option who steadies things rather than dominates them. That plan carries obvious risk. Díaz struggled badly last season and never found consistent footing. Martin, while reliable, is not the type of arm teams want carrying the full burden of the ninth inning. If either stumbles, Texas is right back where it started, hoping the bullpen survives instead of trusting it to finish games. That's why outside evaluators continue to link the Rangers to additional relief help. One name that stands out is Michael Kopech. When healthy, Kopech brings something the bullpen lacks in volume: power stuff that misses bats. Injuries limited his impact last year, but the raw ability remains tempting. For Texas, this would not be about asking him to save the season alone. It would be about adding another late-inning option so the bullpen doesn't collapse if one piece fails. The logic fits the Rangers' broader strategy. This team believes its offense, led by stars like Seager and Wyatt Langford, will produce runs if healthy. What it doesn't believe is that last year's pitching depth can survive another season of tight games without reinforcement. Sports Illustrated also pointed to rotation help as part of the solution, but the bullpen remains the most urgent pressure point. Texas doesn't need a dominant bullpen to contend. It needs one that simply holds leads more often than it gives them away. Turning even a handful of late-game losses into wins would completely change the outlook of the season. If the Rangers truly want a different result, adding another trustworthy arm to the bullpen isn't a luxury. It's the difference between chasing a playoff spot and watching October from home again.